When was the last time that you smelled a fragrance released by Tommy Hilfiger, a new release, where you were really impressed, just blown away? For me, it had been quite a long time. Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope that you're doing really well. Today I'm going to be taking a look at this one right here, Tommy Hilfiger Impact Intense. I did a first impression of this back, I believe, in April of this year. Been giving it some more wear since then, and now it's time for the full review. So in this video, I'm going to break this fragrance down for you guys, show you the presentation, let you know what it smells like and what it maybe smells a little bit similar to, and whether or not you should check it out yourself. And just to get that out of the way right now, actually, yeah, you definitely should. Let's jump into this. First off, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the presentation. And one thing that I need to let you guys know right away is that this fragrance, part of the whole marketing behind it, is that you get a little travel size version of the fragrance inside the cap. See, look. So that's not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go like this. Hey. Usually it doesn't go launching out like a firework, but for some reason, I guess because I'm filming, it decided it was gonna do that and make me look like a moron. Thanks. So yeah, you get this little itty bitty travel size version of the fragrance that sits right inside of the cap. But this is actually the bottle for Impact. Yeah, not Impact Intense. And that's because when I bought Impact Intense, I bought a 50 milliliter size bottle instead of 100. And if you buy the 50 ml size, they don't actually give you that little sample spray. So if that's important to you, keep that in mind. You have to buy the big size if you want the little sample inside of your cap. And I guess the whole idea is that you can pop that off and then throw this little cap into your bag or your car or wherever you would put this thing. And then you can open it up and spray it on whenever you want, at least until this runs out. So it makes the fragrance easier to freshen up with throughout the day. And if you get the 50 ml size bottle like me, Tommy Hilfiger says, hey, for not splurging, that's what you get. Now, the presentation. Here we've got a look at the box. You got the name of the house, name of the fragrance, size and concentration. Looks good. Up at the top, Tommy Hilfiger. On one side of the box, you got nothing. On the other side, you have your badge code and your barcode. On the back of the box, nothing. And on the bottom, your ingredients. And here we've got a look at the bottle. Again, name of the house, name of the fragrance. It's got this nice gradient, a little bit darker than the original Impact. And again, the cap on the 50 ml size, nothing inside of it. Womp womp. It does click into place though. On the bottom, you have a sticker which has your badge code. Nothing doing on the back of the bottle. And I'll go ahead and waste a couple sprays for you guys so you can see how the atomizer works. All right, here we go. It's okay. Nowadays, Tommy Hilfiger doesn't get talked about a whole bunch when we're talking about fragrances. There was a time period where they definitely did. Everybody was wearing Tommy fragrances. Nowadays, not so much. They just don't really command very much hype, if any hype, honestly. And when Impact came out, people were mildly intrigued, I would say, by the whole cap situation. But the fragrance itself left a lot to be desired. It wasn't bad. It was completely serviceable, but it was, in a sense, what you would expect Tommy Hilfiger to release, which is something that is decent and ultimately not really very memorable. Now, if you pick it up for a good price, then sure, completely fine, serviceable, people are gonna think it smells good, all that stuff. It just doesn't really compete with a lot of the heavy hitters in the designer realm nowadays. Issue with that is even at discounters, Impact is not what I would call super cheap. As of this video anyway, it's not. It's running between about $45 for a 50 ml size bottle, up to about $63 for a 100 ml size bottle. While that's not crazy expensive, it's also not really cheap when you consider how many fragrances you can pick up in that price range that are gonna outperform Impact. So Impact Intense comes out, and for the most part, people don't really seem to care. It's just another flanker. Who gives a crap? It's gonna be released and be forgotten. That's essentially how most people are approaching this one. Well, let me tell you something. The first time I smelled Impact Intense, I was really caught off guard, frankly. Didn't expect much of it. Frankly, thought it was gonna be, like I said, just kind of a throwaway fragrance. You know, who cares? Hilfiger. Then I smelled it and I thought, I like that. That is good. Surprisingly good. Like, is this Hilfiger that I'm smelling? Yeah, it caught me by surprise. Then I wore it more and it got better and it got better and it got better. It is absolutely 100% the type of fragrance that I gravitate toward. And I gotta tell you guys, even at full retail, I don't regret it. Now, should it hit discounters for the range that Impact is currently at, I think it's absolutely worth a buy. If it goes below that, that is a steal. So Impact Intense, yeah, it's good. You keep saying it's good. How does it actually smell? Well, it smells really good. Thanks for asking. Really though, it opens up immediately with a bit of a resinous feel. You've got apple and bergamot in the opening, gives it a bit of freshness when you first smell it. The bergamot dies away quicker, the apple lasts a bit longer, and the apple here definitely more of a sweet apple than it is a juicy apple if you're using descriptors like that for it. You get this resinous feel right away, adds a whole bunch of warmth to the fragrance and additional sweetness as well. As it dries down, you've got this chestnut that comes in, which is going to make you think a little bit of fragrances like Stronger With You from Emporio Armani. And as you hit that full dry down, you get a whole bunch of modern woods, giving it, again, a very warm feeling. You get pops of warm spiciness, especially through the mid, which helps give it this sexy kind of nuance as it dries down. And the resinous feeling that you get in the opening, that lasts the whole way through. So this one, instead of being just kind of a throwaway shower gel kind of fragrance, or just a, you know, super basic daytime casual scent, the stuff that you would typically think of from Tommy Hilfiger, instead of that, you get this warm, spicy, resinous, at times slightly balsamic fragrance. And I love it. I think it is great. It is the best fragrance I've smelled from Tommy Hilfiger, and I can't tell you how long. The cap thing is gimmicky, the whole, you know, travel atomizer built into the cap, but some people are gonna find use out of that. So, you know, that's cool. I'm not gonna dunk on it for that. I think the presentation is fine. And I think just really the whole package, even at retail, is actually worth it. And once it hits discounters, it's more than worth it. And even though this fragrance is gonna be a little bit challenging to some people that prefer Hilfiger's more casual, easy wear, daytime, summertime stuff, I think that this absolutely stomps, crushes, annihilates basically anything Hilfiger has done in the past 5-10 years. I don't know. Now, as I mentioned before, you could maybe say there's a little bit of a similarity to Stronger With You at some points during this fragrance's lifespan. I don't think it's super close to it though. It just has, you know, some bits and pieces, some bits and bobs that are a little similar. Also, it has shades of Parfums de Marly Layton. Now, again, it's not a one-to-one copy or anything like that. It's just, it could remind you a little bit of that. It's a fragrance done in the same style, we'll say. Like, this could be the second cousin who doesn't have as much money as Parfums de Marly Layton, something like that. Now, in terms of seasons, gonna be more a fall and wintertime fragrance. I think daytime or nighttime, though I would imagine most people would say, oh, it leans a little bit toward nighttime wear. I think either one. And in terms of the performance, it's good. It's above average projection, above average longevity, 7-8 hours off my skin. Impact Intense is one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. Didn't expect very much from it, frankly, and it exceeded every possible expectation. I want to keep this video pretty short, so I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But Impact Intense, if you haven't checked this one out and you get the opportunity, absolutely give it a spray. See if it works for you as well as it works for me. If you like the fragrances that I mentioned earlier in the video in comparison to this one, you will likely enjoy this one also. I would, like usual, say probably wait until it hits discounters, though sometimes Hilfiger will run specials on their website, on just their official Tommy Hilfiger website. And you can pick this up discounted pretty well when they do that also. That's actually what I did. Don't remember the exact amount that I got off, but it was substantial. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. If you've smelled Impact Intense, go ahead and let me know what you think about it. Does it work for you as well as it does for me? Hopefully it does. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. So stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. I'll see you tomorrow. See you guys.